Hey everyone, this is Chase with Priority Bicycles, and I have 5 tips and tricks to help you have the best Ragbrai experience you possibly can. Tip number 5 would just be clothing. How you dress is really dependent on how you want to ride. If you're going riding with a group of road riders, full cycling kit is going to go a long way and easy to pack into a larger saddlebag. However, if you're more in it for the experience, a good breathable shirt and shorts and comfortable cycling padded shorts are the key. The trick is always how much are you going to bring here? There are tons of places to rinse off in lakes and pools and showers and overnight towns, so rinse off your sweaty clothes and let them hang dry overnight. And you shouldn't smell too bad. Shoes are the other one. If you're using clipless pedals, high-end road or cross-country mountain bike shoes, may sound like it's the best option, but by the end of the week from walking around and riding constantly, your feet will be screaming. Using a more cushioned shoe, such as a trail mountain bike shoe or commuter shoe with cleats, will help you out a lot more. And also, never underestimate the clipless cycling sandal. But for regular shoes without cleats, find the most comfortable athletic shoe that you can wear for days and days without any fatigue, and that'll be your best bet. Tip number 4 is your power battery banks. In today's modern age with smartphones, smart cycling computers, and other smart devices, having a way to charge all of your devices is more important now than it ever was. With that being said, you won't always have the luxury of plugging everything in at the end of the day when you're camping out. There will be options to plug things at some locations, but a nightly outlet is not guaranteed. To help you get around that, there's ways to keep everything powered. First off, battery banks are a must, and I would say a minimum of 2 is the way to go. There are tons of options out there, but your standard 20,000 milliamp hour battery should be fine. These will typically charge a cell phone a few times off of a full charge of the battery bank. Now, if you are able to find a power source, charge your battery banks, not your device, unless you absolutely have to charge your phone, or any medical advice is right then and there. On top of that, make sure to keep your phone in airplane mode while you're riding. Most of the time you'll be riding along these country roads, you won't have cell service, and saving your phone's data, trying to keep a connection going will drain your phone battery much faster. Take pictures and videos along the way, that's great, and upload them to social media, text them to friends and family at the end of the day to maximize your battery lifespan. Tip number 3, always, always, always jump in the water. From pools, lakes, creeks, slip and slides, there will be tons of options for swimming and cooling off. The summer in Iowa is hot. You will be sweating and hot most of the ride, and staying hydrated is super important. Also, keeping your body cool with a quick dip in some water is the most refreshing thing you can do. Any body of water will do, and if you can hop into it for just 5 minutes, hop back on the bike, you will be dry within a matter of minutes just from the heat. Iowa also has a crazy amount of water parks. Some of these will be in the overnight towns, and some you'll just find along the routes. Go to them. They usually have a low entry fee, usually less than $15 per person for the whole day. And honestly, spending a few bucks just to get onto a 50-foot water slide is one of the best feelings on earth. Tip number 2, ride at the pace you feel good at, not at the pace you or anyone else wants you to go. Repeat after me. Ragbrai is not a race. If you want to go as fast as possible from each town, by all means, crush it out there. But if you're feeling tired or worn out, take your time. You will have ample time every single day to get to the finish. Go at your pace that you feel like you're not going to wear yourself out at. Even if you're with a group, it's okay to hang back and catch your breath. Ride at the pace you feel good at. And if you need a break from the day, a support vehicle can always pick you up and get you to the next town so you aren't stressing over anything. If you aren't sure, take your bike out on a few rides before you leave, load it up with everything you're planning on, and maybe a few extras. Get used to how your bike feels fully loaded and how much energy it takes to get up the hills with the stuff on your bike. No one is going to care whether you're sprinting up a hill, crawling up it, or walking beside your bike to get up. Just do what works best for you. And the last tip, water and sunscreen. I feel like this may be painfully obvious, but bring a lot of water bottles, drink often, and there's always tons of places to refill the water bottles along each route. On top of that, bring sunscreen. You will use all of that sunscreen. You will buy more sunscreen. You will use all of that sunscreen. You will repeat this process. You do not want to be on an open road when it's 100+ degrees Fahrenheit and feeling like your arms and neck are cooking. Sunscreen is probably the most important thing to bring on your ride. If you think you have enough sunscreen on, put more on. End of story. And for a bonus fact, set your expectations low and your energy high. Okay, this is a weird one, but Ragbrai is a very well organized and well thought out event. But things can go wrong. Things happen. Some accommodations will not be met and need to be improvised. Not everything will be controlled on the side of the road at all times. This is not a luxury resort in the Bahamas where you'll be fed grapes riding a bike. Ragbrai is also not an overpriced bike touring expedition where you're handed the fanciest bike in the world and have an overenthusiastic bike tour guide telling you every single fact about the scenery and telling you how wonderful the bike you're on is. Ragbrai is an adventure that lets you have the experience you dictate for yourself. You will be riding your bike and your bike can break. You may not have an outlet to charge your phone when it's at 1%. You'll get through it. You will get tired and not want to continue, but you will be able to finish. Keeping a high energy and positive attitude will get you farther across that finish line than the strongest legs ever will. If you have any other questions about Priority Bicycles, we will be happy to answer any questions with our customer service team. If there's any other questions about Ragbrai itself, their website is an awesome resource to get all of the information for the route that you're going to be riding on the year you want to go. You can check out those links down below. We also have a full playlist of Ragbrai videos to get our insight on the event that you're free to check out. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you out at the next Ragbrai.